Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm reviewing the new Ilia powder blushes. I purchased 3 in the shades Glimpse, Wonder, and Breathless. I'll be showing you swatches on my arm and then on my face as well, with and without bronzer. I am wearing my favorite shade here. I am going to include timestamps so you can skip to different parts of the video if you want, because I will be doing a look at the end with this eyeshadow palette. I've used it off camera, but I haven't quite used it on camera yet, and I just think it's worth sharing. It's the Lancome Cafe Crush. So I'll be demonstrating all the blushes and then at the end doing an eye look. So let's get into the swatches. I'm going to do the swatches on my arm and then on my face. The first shade I'm going to start with is Glimpse. This is a mauve rose. And I'll just swatch it right here on my arm so you can see. But that is what Glimpse looks like. So this is like kind of a cooler tone, I would say. Has a little bit of pink in there. Curious to see. I wasn't sure which colors to pick up, but I got 3. This one is Wander. This is my most favorite one. I can already tell it's a deep terracotta. I'm obsessed with terracottas, so I already know that I'm going to love this one. So this is Wonder. And then I picked up Breathless, which is a neutral pink. There is a cooler tone pink available, but I just wasn't really drawn to it. And I was going to get Flutter, which is like a peachy, but I figured this and Flutter are very similar. This is Breathless right here. It looked very similar. Flutter was like a little bit lighter, so I went with Breathless. So I'm going to do Glimpse on this side. So I'll start out with Glimpse, and I will put bronzer on after just so you can see like what that looks like with bronzer, because I feel like you'll get the full picture. This is a Glimpse Mauve Rose. Now I'm going to do Breathless on this side. Oh, I already really love this. I feel like this could be like a bronzer. This is Breathless. I just feel like this is, yeah, pretty much like a bronzer on me. And there is kind of like a reflect, kind of a luminescence. There are like little tiny flecks of shimmer, it looks like, but it's not like glittery, it's just like shimmery. So it's like very satiny, and I feel like very blurring on the cheeks is what I'm getting. I want to use some bronzer just to kind of get the whole picture here. So I'm going to use my Dior bronzer in the shade 30. I don't know, make it more realistic looking, because normally I would wear bronzer and I would put bronzer on first and then the blush, but for the sake of the video, I wanted you to see what these look like without bronzer. This is Breathless with bronzer, and this is Glimpse with bronzer. So they're kind of light. They do have some pigment. I probably would build this up a little bit more, and usually I use creams underneath, so I'm feeling a bit pale right now, but I do feel like the blushes have pretty good pigment to them, and I had no problem blending them in. Very smoothing on the skin. I knew I had to pick these up because I love Ilia. So I'm going to take this off, and then I'm going to do Wonder, which is a deep terracotta on both cheeks, and then an eye look using this Lancome Cafe Crush palette. Let me just show you a little preview of that. I just think it's so pretty. I haven't used it yet on my channel. I've used it off camera, but I wanted to kind of do a little look with that today. So let me get this off and I'll be right back. I used this Chanel lipstick. It's Rouge Cocoa Bomb in 752 Honey Bliss. That's what that looks like. So I just used a little bit of that. But anyway, let's go in with Wonder. Okay, so here's Wonder. I just know I'm gonna love this so much. Okay. Yes. I love it already. Oops, I kind of brought it down far. That's okay, I will fix that. I am using a BK Beauty Angie Hot and Flashy A507 brush. I love this brush. It has like a nice angle to it, so it's just really easy to use. If at any time the construction becomes too much, I will just do voiceover, but I'm just trying to get through this. Okay. So as you can see, this shade has a bit of pigment, more than the others, I feel like. So I do really like that. I'm going to take my foundation brush and just blend out these edges because I feel like I went really far down. And that's okay. I just want to fix that up a bit. And then I'm going to use the same bronzer, this Dior bronzer in shade 30. I think that's going to go really well with this shade, Wonder. So I'm pretty impressed with these. I knew I would because I love Ilia. I loved Ilia before they even came to Sephora a long time ago. But this is what Wonder looks like with bronzer, and I just think it's so gorgeous. I'm going to spray my face with this One Size Powder Melt Glass Setting Spray. This is a newer product, but I am going to just spray my face a little bit. I'm going to use my fan. I will give you my final thoughts and everything pretty soon here on the blush, but as you can tell, I do like it a lot, and I do think this is my favorite. I knew it would be. Okay, let's dive into this palette, and then we'll reconvene for final thoughts. Okay, I am back, finished with the eye look. Very simple, but I just feel like it goes well with this cheek color. Final thoughts on the Ilia. So I really like these blushes. I think that they apply really nicely. I didn't find any patchiness or anything like that. I think the colors are beautiful. $38 is a bit expensive for a blush. There are more expensive blushes out there, but there's also less expensive blushes. But overall, I feel like the quality matches the price. And I really love the colors that I went for. I think that you don't really need a lot of colors, like pick one or two maybe, unless you have like funds that you would like to spend. I think that you can't go wrong with these, like the quality is there. I really like the sheen that it gives. I don't know if you can tell right here, but it kind of is giving me almost like mimicking a highlighter, but it's not accentuating my pores or anything, so that's great. Overall, I think these are a really good purchase. I do not have buyer's remorse. I don't think I needed any more than these colors, although I was tempted for the baby pink and maybe some of the berries, but we'll see. Maybe in the Sephora sale, I'll pick up more colors. As far as this palette, I absolutely love this palette. It's underrated. I don't hear many people talking about it. This is a beautiful palette. The shades are very neutral and the sparkles are very pretty. They glide on nice and smooth. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.